Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your AEW Collision Event Center Wrestling Report. Now, here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Good morning, everybody. It is June the 9th, 2024, 8:53 a.m. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1464. I'm going to report what happened last night on Collision. Didn't get a chance to do so because I decided to make an appearance on the House of Chayton's open forum. I had a lot of fun on there, but I had to skedaddle, take a shower, and then get some sleep so I can wake up the next day and before I go to church, do something like this too, and then have a lot of fun. So. Shout out to Mason, Dragon, and Lennon, along with Chayton and Jordan and everybody else. And I hope I see some of you guys tonight on the NXT Battleground. I don't know if my good friend Brandon Martin is going to do a live reaction stream. I'm assuming he will, just in case. Well, just in case, I'll have everything set up, and hopefully I'll give you a report afterwards. If not, I'll do it tomorrow before the second Martindale Monday of June 2024. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. Tonight is NXT Battleground. History could be in the making. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll start off with a great matchup, tag team action. FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler going up against another Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Combat Club. This matchup went the whole distance of 20 minutes, and it ended up being a time limit draw. And, FTR and the Blackpool Combat Club wanted to go like 5 or 10 more minutes, but, well, Brandon Cutler got a job as a stooge for the Young Bucks, once again, those character members of Beavis and Butthead fan club, and I mean, this idiot, then he said, well, we can't stand this guy, let's beat him up. And that's exactly what they did. They gave him, Claudio gave him the giant swing, Will Yuta drop kicked him, and then drop kicked Cutler, and then Cutler got the shatter machine from FTR. It looks like the Blackpool Combat Club is probably, I think the Young Bucks have made a lot of enemies. And the Young Bucks, here's the deal. They're supposed to be running things as EVPs, yet they're the tag team champions. Conflict of interest. They should be giving up the belts and putting it in a tournament. Getting sick and tired of, if I was commissioner of AEW, I would not abuse my power. I would call it down the line. I would even make a demand that the Young Bucks defend the belts or give them up. I don't care if they were EVPs or not or have a higher rank. Conflict of interest, pal. That's what I would say. And believe me when I say this. And believe me when I say this, the Young Bucks should be giving up the belts if they want to run things as EVPs. Instead of being douchebag jerks and hiding behind stooges like Brandon Cutler and Jungle Boy the scapegoat Jack Perry and Kazuchika Okada. I don't know why he's even associated with himself. I think they're manipulating Okada, taking advantage of him. That's what I personally think. Anyways. But then afterwards, and after they attacked him, okay, fine. You know what? Anytime, anywhere, we'll run it back. And then Lexi Nair interviewed Kyle O'Reilly as he goes one-on-one with Orange Cassidy, and then Roderick said, Kyle! Sheesh, Roderick Strong, a.k.a. the psycho version of Ned Flanders. He said, listen, we're here for you. It's a little support, but I got to do this thing on my own. Again, you got to understand. So, women's action, Chris Statlander with the love child of Gary Coleman and Charles Barkley, Stokely Hathaway in his corner, going against Robin Renegade. And Statlander did win the matchup, but then Hathaway decided to declare that Statler will be the first entrant in the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. That's right, that will be happening very, very soon. And it will be a very interesting situation to see if Statlander, because Statlander is aiming to become the first woman to hold both the TBS title and the Women's World title. So Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné better watch their backs for now. unless they lose the titles, which I highly doubt they will. But whatever. And then Lexi Nair interviewed Walking In Will Nightingale, and says, "What are you gonna do?" She says, "I'm just gonna sit back and watch the action." I think Will Nightingale knows something that we don't. So, Dustin Rhodes went one-on-one with Johnny TV, two veterans of the Square Circle for a long time, and Dustin Rhodes ended up winning the matchup. Referee during the matchup, though, ejects Johnny TV's wife, Taya Valkyrie, from ringside. You would think that Dustin Rhodes could have evened the score by bringing Melina with him somehow, but Melina was not signed to AEW, unfortunately. But it is what it is. But however, Rhodes decided to address the Omaha crowd, and that's Council Bluffs, Iowa, I think it was. And but he's very, very angry at Jack Perry. I mean, angry at him. He is very angry at Jack Perry. He was upset that way that Jack Perry's been behaving and all that, and he says you haven't sacrificed nothing. And you turn out to be a joke, and you turn out to be a jerk and join the elite. I mean, he really. I mean, if anybody has Dustin Rhodes' speech on Jack Perry on YouTube, check it out, please, because this guy's telling the 100% truth, Dustin Rhodes, and I have a lot of respect for him at that point. And everybody's like, "Oh, he has a new world title." Listen, you little internet wrestling marks out there. Listen up and listen good, okay? Dustin Rhodes speaks the truth, and you know what? I personally hope this coming Wednesday he smacks Jack Perry into reality. And that's what I'm hoping that happens. That's my personal hope. Well, Zack Sabre Jr. Addresses Orange Cassidy for the Forbidden Door, and it seems like to me that's what's going to happen. Looks like Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy. Hey, that could be a heck of a matchup for sure. Tag action as the premier athletes, two of the three, Toni Nese and Aria Daivari, to go up against Trip Jordy and Dante Leon, and the premier athletes did win the matchup. And Scorpio Sky addresses Fallen Heroes. And I think once he returns, I think there's going to be a new attitude in Scorpio Sky. He better have that new attitude. He might need it if the Young Bucks decide to screw with him, or anybody else for that matter. Women's action once again, non-title action. It will be AEW Women's World Champion, the lovely, the gorgeous, the beautiful, timeless Toni Storm, going up against Lady Frost. Heck of a matchup between these two ladies, with timeless Toni Storm, the timeless one, winning the matchup. But then Toni Storm, addresses Mariah May, says it's might be tough for you because I know she's Mina Shirakawa is your friend, and I have to fight against her, and I'm your mentor and all that, and I can understand where you're coming from. But you've been so great to me, and she demands that Mariah May enter the Owen Hart Cup tournament. That's right. And I think when hearing Will Nightingale, I forgot to say this. Will Nightingale also has decided to enter the Owen Hart Cup tournament, even though she's last year's champion. So we had three women entering the Owen Hart Cup tournament this year. It's Chris Statlander, Will Nightingale, and now Mariah May will be entering the tournament. A lot of people said that Mariah May end up winning it to challenge Toni Storm at All In at Wembley Stadium. Interesting. So Lexi Nair interviewed Shane Taylor Promotions Top Flight as Lee Moriarty and Dante Martin will go one-on-one this coming Wednesday on Dynamite. The winner will qualify for the TNT Championship ladder match at the Forbidden Door. Who's going to win that matchup? Who knows? Samoa Joe and Hook are doing a little planning. Samoa Joe giving young Hook some advice. Remember, Samoa Joe was mentored by Taz during his time in TNA Impact Wrestling. So it seems like Samoa Joe's kind of like, paying it forward, so to speak, helping out Hook. And so they both jumped to premier athletes, and then they started harassing Smart Mark Sterling. Hopefully Smart Mark Sterling was wearing dark pants. That's all I got to say. And Then Daniel Garcia went one-on-one with an up-and-coming international star, Tate Mayfairs. Garcia ended up winning the match, but he's trying to win that international title. But he could have an opportunity to become TNT champ. Who knows for sure? Lexi Nair interviewed Orange Cassidy, and Orange Cassidy was addressing Zack Sabre Jr. and all the stuff that he's going through. And he says, I got to get out there. It seems like Orange Cassidy is a little flustered about what's been going on. I would be too if you lose all your best friends and then all of a sudden, I would be in a TikTok move. I said, heads are going to roll. I don't care. I don't care about the Young Bucks. I don't care about anybody else. It's time for me to step up, and I'm going to show everyone what I can do. If I was in Orange Cassidy's situation, that's what I would have done. I would have said, that's it. Had enough. Fed up. It's time to go. Or Owen Hart once, the late great Owen Hart once said, enough's enough. Time for a change. Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly ended up going one-on-one. The Undisputed Kingdom were watching the matchup. Cassidy picked up the victory, but afterwards, looks like Don Callis, a.k.a. Hot Dog Head, and Stokely Hathaway, another, once again, the love child of Charles Barkley and Gary Coleman, has sent Trent Beretta, Kyle Fletcher, and Chris Statlander to jump on Cassidy and O'Reilly until Will Nightingale chases Statlander out. I sense a six-person tag match, a six-person trios matchup down the road between those six individuals. We shall see what happens. We know Statlander and Nightingale are part of the old Hart Cup tournament. We'll see what happens and how they're going to check out the bracket. So, and we shall see what even happens. So, here's my question. Will Mina Shirakawa enter the Owen Hart Cup tournament even though she's getting her title shot at Forbidden Door? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Harley Cameron also get an opportunity at the Owen Hart Cup tournament. So, I like to see those two young ladies get at least an opportunity to really showcase their skills inside that square circle. Plus, I like them both. So, whatever. So, that is all the time we have on the show. Episode 1464 of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. Talking about AEW Collision Event Center from June 8th, last night. 2024. We shall see what happens. By the way, the Florida Panthers picked up a victory in the Stanley Cup Finals. They lead the series 1-0. 3 more, and the Florida Panthers will capture their first Stanley Cup. We shall see what happens. And the Celtics and the Mavericks go again tonight, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. We shall see what happens. Like I said, in order for the Mavericks to make this a series and possibly win this thing, they're going to have to do more than just having Luka and Kyrie out there. So, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. And if more the Celtics are trying to keep this thing going and trying to go for number 18, they're going to have to put the pedal to the metal, but keep their foot on the gas and keep on doing what they did in Game 1. Hopefully, they'll succeed there. So we shall see what happens. So, that's it. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.